Hi, I'm Steve Green. It seems so logical to buy a scale. Backpackers know that a lighter pack means more fun, and they know a scale will give them precise weights. But how many hikers say, I can eyeball it and be accurate, or it won't make that much difference?
You can reduce the weight of your pack without a scale, but why not take out the guesswork? How much lighter is a pair of nylon hiking pants compared to your denim jeans? The scale will tell you that the nylon pants weigh about 8 ounces instead of 1 pound 11 plus ounces for the jeans, well over 3 times as light. You can save more than a full pound and have more functional, safer gear that will dry faster after it rains. Those do-everything knives and repair tools seem fairly light until you weigh them. Some people carry a multi-use tool that weighs as much as the 25 to 30 items that I always carry in a Ziploc. All these things weigh less than 5.5 ounces. A small, simple knife like this one that weighs 0.6 of an ounce is probably all you'll need. When you use a scale, it's guaranteed you'll be surprised at some of the weights of your gear. If you've been relying on manufacturer's weights, you'll immediately find that many are very unreliable. When you buy a small digital scale, you'll find it's handy around the house, too. You can get extra use from it in the kitchen. If you keep some stamps of various denominations around the house, you can do your own weighing and posting of letters and packages and avoid long lines at the post office. How many times have you added a second stamp to a letter when you weren't sure if it was 1 or 2 ounces? You can find a quality scale that measures in 1/10 ounce increments for about $30. These scales generally weigh items up to 5 pounds. The scale itself is easy to carry around and weighs a little over a pound. The scale we weighed the jeans on is very accurate, but I wanted a digital scale like this one to take to stores and trade shows. A good place to buy your scale is at an office supply store. You shouldn't have any items of gear that weigh over 5 pounds. If you do, your local post office will probably be happy to weigh them for you if you combine it with some other postal business like buying a few stamps. A regular bathroom scale will work for starters. When you have a light, portable scale, you can take it with you into stores and make wise decisions before you buy. You can avoid buying gear, weighing it at home, and making returns. Don't be embarrassed to take the scale into a store. People who sell backpacking gear often don't have a very good idea of the weight of their gear, so you're helping them by giving them free training. If the weight of a piece of gear is printed incorrectly on the packaging, you can enjoy watching the salesperson try to explain the discrepancy. Once you purchase your scale, start making notes on the weight of all your gear. Remember that your total load includes clothing and food. You'll make some nice weight savings in these areas. Also weigh the items that are on your body but not in your pack. The things in your pockets and the hat on your head are all being carried. Once you've purchased your scale, you can weigh things like that heavy leather belt. That should be one of the first items you change. When you weigh clothing, it's handy to have a few rubber bands around because clothing is generally unruly to weigh and wants to fall off the edges of the scale. Of course, you can subtract the weight of the rubber bands after you weigh an item. You can put multiple items on the scale for really close calculations. For instance, it takes about 28 of those large rubber bands, the size that the post office uses, to make an ounce. If you have a large item to weigh and you're having difficulty keeping it on the scale, you can place it on a piece of cardboard or in a box, and then subtract the weight of the cardboard or box. If you use a butane propane stove, you can measure the full weight and the empty weight of the fuel canisters, and then figure approximately how many meals can be cooked with the partially used canisters. This one is down to 1 or 2 meals.
Start shopping for your scale. It will help you lighten your load and have more fun every time you hike. See over 30 more videos and a free ultralight backpacking book at hikelight.com.